sometimes business gets stuck because they're fixing the problems of the system that's not the bottleneck. So
Okay.
they're not fixing the bottleneck.
Okay.
In order
So
to-
basically, they need to perform root cause analysis talaga.
Yes.
Kumusta mga kakwentuhan? Jay Olos here and welcome to One CFO's Kwentuhan Podcast. Hirap ba kayong mapalaki ang inyong negosyo kahit alam nyong maganda ang produkto nyo? O kaya naman, you know that feeling na parang stuck kayo at the same level at kailangan nyo ng bagong diskarte para umangat ulit? We get it. And that's exactly what we're tackling today. Because in today's episode of Kwentuhan, we're thrilled to welcome Mr. Ian Sanchez, an exceptional growth strategist who goes beyond mere talk about unlocking business potential. In fact, Ian has developed comprehensive system, makikita natin mamaya yan, no? Madidiscuss natin, designed to help businesses overcome growth obstacles and achieve meaningful progress. And behind the scenes, Ian has empowered numerous ventures by tackling growth challenges as well and guiding them towards success. So without much further ado, welcome to the show,
Thank
Ian.
you, Jay. Maraming salamat. Thank you to
Ayan.
One CFO. Thank you for having
Oo, finally natuloy din.
Oo nga, oo nga.
So sa ating mga kakwentuhan, so Ian and I goes a long way na rin, no? Parang few years ago. So isa si Ian sa mga pagpapatunay na ako ay angel investor. So we met through one of my portfolio companies that kinonsult namin si Ian during those years, no? For the sake of our listeners, Ian, sino nga ba si Mr. Ian Denver Sanchez?
Yeah, so welcome again, listeners. Thanks for having me. My name's Ian. To summarize, I was a management consultant for a very long time, then a startup guy, and now just focus on helping small business grow. So that's what I'll be working on for the next decade, for the next 10 years of my life,
Yeah.
just to help small business grow. Yan.
Okay, so talaga na meron ka ng roadmap, no, for the
Yes.
next 10 years. Sige, ano muna natin, Ian, no? Kasi I got interested. I was talking to you before the start, no. When you were still at the Ateneo, you're the co-founder pala of Ateneo Blue Consulting Group while still a student. So,
Yeah.
can you tell us like what led you to the establishment of Ateneo Blue Consulting?
See, just for context, si Ateneo Blue Consulting Club, it's the first collegiate management consulting club in the Philippines. No?
I
So,
know. Yeah.
it's been going on for 15 years. So, very proud kami dyan, me and my co-founders. No? Ang kwento talaga niyan is, nung February of 2009, wala kaming Valentine's date no? nung mga co-founders ko. So, parang, wala tayong Valentine's date. Ano na lang gagawin natin?
Mm.
Okay, why don't we try to solve problems? And it's really that. No? Even back then, college pa lang ako, it's really about solving problems. So, sabi namin, okay, how can we parang help social enterprises to solve their problems? Sige, gawa tayo ng group. We'll offer our services. Kahit estudyante pa lang tayo. Right? And very surprisingly, or I guess not surprisingly, na it's still going really strong. It's an accredited organization sa Ateneo.
Grabe, 15 years na, no?
15 years.
Going strong talaga. And si Ian po ang isa sa mga utak nun. And then after that, you went into a lot of parang positions na, no? You went into management consulting with the World Bank. The World Bank po, no? And then also with Accenture Strategy Consulting. Talagang solid management consulting. Siguro pag biniya ka talagang consultant, no? Why consulting? What attracted you to be a management consultant early those years?
Yeah, I think at the heart of it talaga is I have a deep passion for solving problems. Parang solving big problems. Yan. And consulting really is just solving problems, right? So I was a consultant. I did a project with World Bank. And then after that, I did some consulting for the government. And then I've done parang formal management consulting sa Accenture. I actually spent 2 years in Jakarta, like living there.
Wow!
Talagang jet setter talaga na living off a suitcase kind of a life.
Ito, habang nasa
Accenture, yes.
Oh, okay.
So we were working with their biggest telco. Yeah.
Oh.
And that's how I got into tech and basically digital consulting.
Yeah, so I'm looking at your LinkedIn. So these are the years when Indonesia was really entering their hashtag parang when they
Sunrise.
they opened the economy for
Yes.
foreign investments, no?
Yes, Sunrise. I
Oo.
remember the day in Indonesia where very excitedly they said na, oh, the subway is gonna open na.
Ay,
Alam mo yun? So parang these are things that will happen in the Philippines maybe 3 years, 4 years down the
Oo.
line. Who knows, right? But I know parang the vibration
Mm-mm.
the people in society feels when things are going well for them. And
Mm.
I was there in Indonesia nung sunrise talaga nila like 7, 8 years ago.
Mm-mm.
And there was just something very exciting
Yeah.
being there at that time.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So we used to have an office there sa Manihiro, no? We call it Maniguro, Indonesia before.
Mm.
Anyway, so after that, you also went pala into telco.
Yes.
Here in the Philippines, which is Globe Telecom,
Yes.
no? So can you tell us naman ano yung naging role mo when you
Actually, ganito yan. When I was doing management consulting sa Accenture,
Mhm.
medyo napagod din ako na parang living off a suitcase.
Mm.
Sabi ko, sige, hanap ako ng work na medyo mas grounded no, sa Philippines. And at that time, si Beltel, si San Miguel and Telstra, they have a joint venture
Mm.
to launch the third telco.
Yeah.
So, di ko alam kung pwede kong i-share to, pero ang iniisip pa rin naming branding, Mix Mobile. Parang gano'n, naka-mix ka na ba? Parang gano'n yung iniisip namin before. This was the venture na, we worked on it. We were launch ready,
Yeah.
actually.
Ah.
So, I was focused on product development at that
Mm.
time for the telco. And we were launch ready, right? Pero binili bigla ni Globe and PLDT, if you
Yeah.
remember. That's actually how I ended up with Globe.
Ah,
We wanted to launch yung third telco ng araw
I
with San
see.
Miguel and Telstra.
I see.
Yun ang kwento.
Okay. So and then after that, ito yung medyo interesting. I didn't know that you were the head of operations of Food Panda pala.
Yes, in 2018, parang pioneers kami with Food
Yeah,
Panda
2018,
Philippines.
no?
Yeah. So actually, yun yung parang claim to fame ko para mabilis makwento, di ba? We
Oo.
launched 3 cities, Davao, Parañaque, San Juan.
Mm.
We also launched the bicycle fee. Yun. Tapos we grew that from 400 na riders to 1,200. Yeah, that was a $20 million revenue responsibility.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was quite the learning experience. Parang I can't say na it was all good.
Mm.
Just may dami din akong sleepless nights dyan. And
that's
like
usual.
dyan munang pumuti yung buhok ko actually.
Oo.
Just to Food Panda na yun.
Oo.
But yeah, it was a
Pero
quite learning
when you
experience.
launched Seafood Panda during these early years ng Food Panda, is Grab already there na ba?
Not yet.
Wala pa.
So, wala pang Grab Food.
Wala pang Grab Food.
Oo.
So, these are the years 2018 na parang bago pa lang yung konsepto ng food delivery
Yes.
sa mga Pilipino. So, although meron ng mga restaurants na meron silang delivery, 'di ba? So, I just want to ask siguro, how did you convince somehow these merchants or restaurant to list with Food Panda? Kasi kung meron na palang Honest Bee that time and then meron ding existing parang fleet delivery services yung mga restaurants, what was the selling proposition? I mean, at least for our startup founders who are listening here, baka may makuha silang lesson kasi, especially when they're trying to introduce new thing.
I think what I learned there is you will be surprised how fast companies and clientele can grow if you offer parang simplicity and speed.
Simplicity and
Yeah,
speed.
simplicity and speed. Parang if the number of parang clicks you need to get your food delivered is minimized,
Mm.
diba? If the app loads fast, then you get your food fast, diba?
Mm.
I think one of the stats na we have there was back in the day, if yung delivery mo parang exceeds 50 minutes,
Mm.
the possibility of the client, the customer to cancel goes up exponentially every minute thereafter.
Oh.
So talagang makita mo na ang mga tao, they want things na fast
Yeah.
and then super simple just on them, right? And I think that's something na up to this day, we convince our partners, our clientele to be faster, simpler. Actually, yung dalawa lang eh. So that was the learning there.
Galing. And I think, medyo nagigets ko na how did you end up, no? Putting all of these learnings dun sa system, no? Sa app na na-develop mo. Can you tell us naman, no? So, naging EIR ka pala sa FDev.
Yeah, so
Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah, so I think after 2018, like 2019, 2020, pre-pandemic, there was a moment in time where many conglomerates started putting up their own parang venture builders, right?
Mm-mm.
And we were part of the venture arm for Philinvest.
Yeah.
Philinvest Group. So basically, we were also figuring it out. How can we enable yung startup ecosystem using the resources of the group, right? So it was exciting time kasi dito rin kabatch natin yung mga ibang venture builders
Yeah,
and
yeah.
other conglomerates. Yeah.
And then, ang dami pang iba. Mauubos ang oras natin to if we were
Yeah.
going to discuss it. But one thing that I like about your profile is that you're able to raise funds pala and also scale itong mga companies. Siguro, but I'll reserve that questions later as we discuss yung product mo, no? Let's now talk about that product. So sa mga listeners po natin, Ian, as mentioned niya kanina, no? So, actually, Ian is the co-founder and CEO of a company called Flow21.
Yep, that's right.
Ang unang question ko, Ian, bakit Flow21?
Yes. Pina-feng shui ko yan. Yun ang short answer ko dyan. Pina-feng shui natin yan. No, you know what? Like, as I get older, I become more and more superstitious. Like, knocking on wood and all these things, right? So, ayun siya. Parang, we thought na businesses need more flow. Yun talaga yun. Parang businesses need more flow. When you think about your business, it's always, how can this parang flow faster? How can it parang flow smoother, flow easier, right? So yun siya, and that's what we focus on, like giving businesses more flow. Yeah.
Flow, okay. So let's now go to Flow21 itself. No, what is this all about, and what led you to the development of this comprehensive system?
Yeah, so I'll first talk about what Flow21 is, right? So see, Flow21, we help our clients, small businesses, get more leads and close more deals, right? And how do we do that? We install new tech and new tactics for our clients. So super simple, right? The proposition being, alam naman natin na in this day and age, because of AI and automation, there is a 10-year window in time for small businesses
That's true.
to be disruptive and compete, right? Before the whole industries change, right? Because of AI and automation. There's a 10-year window na sobrang crucial here. Diba? And syempre, busy yung mga clients natin, like with their core responsibilities. We come in as the experts. Tapos kami na yung tutulong to do it with our clients to install new tech and new tactics for them. Yeah. So that's
So when you say new tech, is there like a specific tech?
You can think of it as a parang fractional CTO service where I come in as your tech expert for your business, right? We work together in figuring out what are the tech tools, what are the AI tools, what are the automation tools that you need to install in your business. Kasi alam naman natin kailangan yan.
Management consultant na management consultant talaga.
Alam naman natin di ba, kailangan yan.
Oh.
But the problem is, it's so hard to decide. Di ba? Parang, kailangan ko ba mag-subscribe sa ChatGPT or sa Grok or sa Perplexity, di ba? Kailangan ko bang mag-go high level or mag-HubSpot or mag-Pipedrive or di ba? Parang, it's so hard and overwhelming. Right? So what we do is, ganito, partner tayo, di ba? I'll be your fractional CTO, I'll be your tech partner, right? And then, we will give some of our technologies for free. So, namuhunan na ako ng mga technologies, sales and marketing automation. Tapos, ini-install namin sa mga clients namin for free. Just because they're partnering with us. Yeah. So, ang business model namin is, you work with us on a retainer, parang partner tayo. But yung tech, I give it to you for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting business model kasi I guess what I've seen out in the market, no, parang they do have this system and they subscribe it for like SaaS kind of subscription monthly. Pero ikaw na, bahala ka na.
Yes.
No?
That's why most tech projects fail, right? So I've been working on software for a very long time, decades, right? Para kang bumibili ng ng F1 car eh. Pag bumili ka ng F1 car, kahit may pambayad ka ng F1 car, let's say yung subscription, yung software, di mo naman kayang i-drive yan eh.
Yeah.
So hindi mo rin
Good luck
masusulit.
sa'yo pag i-drive mo yan sa EBSA.
Diba? So hindi mo na drive yun, diba? So where we come in is, we come in as the driving coach, diba? We come in as the experts to help you drive the technology drive the car.
Mm-mm.
And the reality is, most oftentimes, the value really is in the paano mo ba gagamitin yung tool, yung software, yung F1 car, di ba?
Mm.
Hindi naman siya yung, oh, meron akong bagong kotse, napakaganda, tapos some they fail, di ba? Parang
Oo.
at some point, small business owners ask themselves, ba't ko binabayaran tong pagkamahal-mahal na software na to, di ba? So that's
Oo.
the problem we're trying to solve.
Yeah, tama 'yun kasi lalo na dito, pansin ko lang sa Pilipinas, there's a lot of businesses and business owners who are trying to keep up with what's the latest on technology. Kaya lang sobrang dami kasi. Kung ako is, for example, assuming lang hindi ako galing sa tech industry and I want to automate or elevate my business to the next level using some automation, hindi ko alam eh.
Yeah.
Parang ang daming for example, ChatGPT ko or i-Google ko, I need an app for ganito. What's the good app for this?
Yeah. You get overwhelmed.
Overwhelming. And a lot of those, if I may lang, no, parang, at least in my experience also, hindi siya ganun kaswak dito sa setup natin sa Pilipinas.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of customizations needed or parang maybe not only customizations, parang mga extra layers or workaround pa nga before you
Yes.
can actually maximize the usage of that specific app. Tama ba?
Yes,
Ganun di ba
that's
na-observe?
exactly right. So, I remember when I was with Globe, Globe Telecoms Philippines, whenever there's a software business case, I'm saying, before lang, syempre ngayon, di ko na alam. I remember noon, whenever there's a big business case, the alternative business case question would always be, can't we just hire minions to brute force that? Diba? So, pag okay, automate natin to, automate. Tapos there's always a question, di ba pwede mag-hire na lang tayo ng 7 people to swivel chair this and and do it manually? That always happens, right? And it still happens today, right? And I know as small business owners, you still ask those questions.
Yeah.
Di ba na pwede namang i-automate, parang manumatic. Di ba?
Manumatic.
Manumatic, di ba? So yun, and now, as these tools become more powerful, it's really hard to make that decision. Na parang, it's really getting harder and harder.
Oo, oo. And tsaka yun nga parang tama ka doon. The default mentality is hire muna tayo ng tao tapos gawa muna sila ng ganito. Pero actually one of the challenges that I've seen in the market right now, even hiring people is now becoming a challenge.
Yes.
I mean, these people when you hire them, are they the right I would say talent that can support you as you move to the next levels, diba? So there's always that question eh. But if you have, say, technology that complements the person, or it can be the other way around, no? Then I think mas fitting, mas scalable ka, at mas suabe yung flow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let me tell you a story. No? So 2 parts. I'll tell you the story and then I'll tell you the insight.
Mm.
Okay. The story is, I have a executive assistant, right? And more, because of AI, she is able to do a lot of high value tasks for me. Na parang, edit pitch decks, parang like counter proposals from clients, etc. Right? As long as I teach her how to use AI. Diba? So ngayon, yung business case ko, kung mag-hire ako ng Atenista, okay, Ateneo ako pero kung mag-hire ako ng Atenista, double check, triple check, iniisip ko na, kailangan ko pa bang mag-hire ng, like, ganito yung salary band, na quote-unquote matalino, where in fact, mas matalino naman si ChatGPT pag kinakain mo with the right training.
Yes.
Right? And that's a very profound change that's happening in the marketplace for talent. Ngayon, my executive assistant, she's in Lanao, as in, far flung.
Cebu.
Yeah, far flung, right? And I don't think she even finished college.
Ano
Right?
talaga?
I'm so happy with her. Dude, like, I rely on her so much because, siya, her plus the power of AI.
May friend ba yung EA mo?
Yes.
Baka pwede mo introduce sa
Oo,
akin. Kailangan ko ng EA.
EA plus AI, di mo na kailangan mag-hire ng...
Okay yun EA plus AI.
Oo. So, and I think that's a very profound, transformation that's happening in the marketplace. Now, for the next 10 years, if you master that, you should be able to build companies na as if you hired like the most genius PhDs in the world.
Yeah.
Just because of this new tool, this new technology.
AI is really, I would say, redefining or maybe putting the foundations for the future really of business. It's like, ang feeling ko, kasi ako, Ewan ko kung naabutan nyo pa guys yung Alta Vista, yung mga early search
Lotus 1, 2, 3.
engines, mga ganyan. So, that was the pagpasok ng internet, no? During the 90s dito sa Pilipinas. So, I'm seeing AI really as a catalyst, no, for another parang era.
Yeah.
For a lot of businesses. And we are seeing that happen. There are individuals who are building business just by using AI. And ang bilis mag-scale, no? They're
Yes.
reaching millions of ARR, US dollars, ha?
It's so exciting.
Oo.
Every day I wake up, I'm so excited.
Oo.
Kasi parang the business problems that we face. So for example, I have a client na parang, hindi nagko-convert yung landing pages ko. Right? And for me, it's exciting na I have my EA and some of my assistants. And by the proper way of prompting, tapping into the knowledge of ChatGPT,
Mm.
knowledge of Grok, we're able to solve those problems. For me, that's so motivating. Kasi every day, how will my mind be blown today? Ganun naman ako eh. Parang sobrang, paano ako mapag-mind blow today? Kasi napaka-ano talaga eh.
Yeah.
Napakaganda nung transformation.
Sige. I like what you said about yun nga on your EA, parang paano kapag mag into conversion, which will lead me now to my next question about your company, your system called Flow 21, no? On how it can actually help businesses who are, business owners out there who might be wanting to move to the next level, or they're somehow stuck, for example, at the level that they are right now. How can Flow 21 can help them? But before you answer that question, let's have a short break muna. So we'll be right back after a few break. Feeling mo ba minsan, mag-isa ka sa mundo ng accounting at finance? Ang daming spreadsheets, deadlines at tanong na wala kang mapagtanungan. Saka yung feeling na walang nakakaintindi sa pinagdadaanan mo? That's why we built the One CFO Mastermind Group or OMG. Dito sa OMG, makikilala mo yung mga kapwa mo finance pros na nakakaintindi sa mga struggles mo. Makokonsult mo for free, mag-level up sa career mo, at pwede ring maging kliyente pa. Grabe, di ba? Mapapa-OMG ka talaga. Let's connect, collaborate, and grow together. Ready ka na ba? Scan the QR code or click the link on the description below. Join the One CFO Mastermind Group now. And now we're back dito sa ating kwentuhan, and together pa rin with us is Mr. Ian Sanchez, founder and CEO of Flow 21. So Ian, you built this full growth system, and it is a system that is not just a system, it includes some service, no? So can you tell us what the core problems that this is solving, and why does it matter more than ever, no, in the business landscape?
Yeah, so the main problem we're solving really is growth, right? In a word, growth. And growth comes from two places. Is it, do I need more leads? Or do I close the deals that I'm not able to close because of overwhelm? So those are the two main parang buckets of problems that we solve. Yun. And the solutions is basically we install the tech and tactics to solve those, right? Kasi hindi enough na you just use technology and software, right, to solve those problems. Hindi po magic yan eh, diba? Basically, lagi ko sinasabi. Hindi magic yan, yung software. Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah. Is it a CRM ba? Or ano yung pinaka-close niya na kind of software?
So, a part of it is a CRM, a part of it. But I think we combine 7 different systems, one of which is a CRM. The others are like AI automation, diba? Parang follow-up systems.
yeah.
Right? So, we have 7 different systems that we stitch together para the client doesn't need to worry. No? Para kang, para kang nagpapagawa ng bahay. Meron kang general contractor. So parang Pero syempre, iba yung tubero ko, iba yung electrician ko, iba yung interior to deliver the entire house. So that's how it works. And the reason why you take a general contractor in is para hindi mo na kausapin yung foreman, hindi mo na kausapin yung, diba, yung electrician. Ganun. So it's the same. It's complicated. We stitch 7 different systems, but that's the service. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Interestingly, kasi this Flow 21, can you tell us some maybe cases or actual, without naming names of users or clients, no, on how Flow 21 actually helped them reach certain levels of revenue or any other milestone
Yeah, I'll tell you one exciting story. So we have a client. They sell parang gym equipment, right? So mga fitness lines, yung
Mm.
ano. One of their products, it's about 200,000 plus na product,
Mm.
no? And basically, this product, it's very parang high ticket, 200,000 plus, right?
Mm.
And you need people to parang explain and detail and sell the product a bit, right?
Oo.
So, what we did instead is, paano kaya kung we install AI bot, a sales bot, that will respond to the inquiries, even if walang tao, even if holiday, even if gabi, even if
Na
weekend.
yung parang bot can be integrated sa Facebook or
Yeah,
social media?
Facebook, exactly.
Okay.
So, it's integrated in Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. right?
Galing, okay.
And then, a few weeks into the bot being live, may isang prospect ng client ko, na kinausap yung bot, tayo pag-chat sa Facebook, nakuha yung details, nakuha yung pricing. Tapos pumunta na lang nung Sabado para magbayad. So kahera na lang yung taong nakausap niya.
Talaga?
Yeah. So it's
Ganda.
already happening. The level of sophistication of these technologies, AI sales bot tools, they're already there.
So you don't need to hire like people anymore to do the actual chatting, coordination, getting ng ano.
You need to hire less people.
Oo.
Yeah. You still
Galing.
need to hire people, but
Less
less
na
people.
lang. Oo. Kasi there are certain parts that you can automate.
Yes.
Just giving that example no of a bot.
That's one
Okay.
story. Yeah. You want to
Um
hear another story?
Sige, go ahead.
Okay, I'll tell you another story naman. So, we have another client naman who's a B2B services firm.
Mm.
We've been working with them since January.
Mm.
So, ang B2B service, alam mo naman, may awareness, tapos may discovery call,
Yeah.
tapos may demo call, tapos may pricing negotiation call. So, you're looking at like
Ang daming stages
yes,
yan.
you're looking at like a 2-month
Oo.
to like 4 months before a decision is made.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah.
So, our growth hack was basically, how can we make this faster? How can we make their prospects to decide faster? So, what we did is we automated their sales pipe. We automated their follow-ups. So, yung WhatsApp na yung nagpa-follow-up, automated. No? And then, we also automated what we call parang video sales letters to the sales funnel ng client. So, pag nag-book ka ng discovery call, video na namin na maganda yung credentials presentation ko.
May ganon.
Kasi paulit-ulit natin yung pinipitch.
Pwede ka maglagay ng video dun sa app.
Yes. Di ba? Pero paulit-ulit natin siyang pinipitch. I'm also a B2B practitioner.
Yeah.
So, credentials presentation na naman. Ito na naman. If you have people doing the credentials presentation, pag heartbroken yung sales force mo, masama yung buga ng di ba? Ng kwento ng di ba? Presentation. So, what we did is, we generated videos for that. We shot the videos for that, So, automatic na silang pinapatak. After ng discovery call, iba na naman yung set of videos for the demo call. So, objections, pricing objections, details on how the plan works, etc., guarantees, etc. Hanggang sa, bubuin mo yung buong sales funnel na yun, na automated, may WhatsApp follow-ups, etc. And he was able to basically accelerate without hiring more people.
Oo.
Nabuluran na lang siya nung dumami na talaga.
Yung pang inbounds na.
Yes.
Okay.
So, because he's able to handle more.
Oo.
Diba? Dati, maybe you can only handle 50 opportunities. Pero ito, since we automated it, now you could handle like 100, diba? 150 opportunities any given time. Tapos walang nalalaglag. Kasi automated diba? So, yeah, we did it. And after 5 months of working with us, his company got acquired.
Ganun kabilis?
Yeah.
You started January and then got acquired agad. Well, that's very interesting case. So, inisip ko lang, sa mga listeners natin, no, for example, kasi maraming ganyan eh. Back in the day, I was a freelancer, no? Technically a freelancer. Well, di mo talaga freelancer. I have a day job, but ang dami kong side gigs when I was in my mid-20s. So, tama yun. Minsan, hindi ko na kayang, kung pwede lang akong mag-Naruto, na i-multiply ko yung sarili ko.
Kagebunshin.
Kagebunshin. So, pwede kong i-multiply yung sarili ko. Kaso, ang hirap eh. Sana meron ng Flow 21 pala during those years, no? Pero ngayon, nagigets ko na. So, that's how, one of the ways that a lot of business owners can unstuck themselves at that revenue level and go beyond that level. Maybe get acquired also, similar to what one of your clients have experience, no? So, paano naman pumapasok yung services? Meron kasi, particularly sa SME market, I don't know if you would agree with me, but sometimes there's a lot of education that needs to
Yes.
happen, especially on yung simpleng paggamit lang ng platform, mga ganyan. Do you also see that or
Yes.
provide?
Yes. So I'll tell you like para how simple it works,
Mm-mm.
right? And really I'm not selling here. I'm just clarifying how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
Kasi attached siya,
Oo.
right? We have 3 plans.
Okay.
Si option 3, si option 2, tsaka si
Uh-huh.
option 1.
Oo.
Okay? How they work is kapag option 1 ka, you meet me once a month. You meet my working team who will do the implementations with you once a week.
Mm-mm.
If option 2 ka, you meet me twice a month.
Mm-mm.
And then you meet my team who does the implementations with you twice a week.
Mm-mm.
If option 3 ka, you meet me thrice a month.
Mm-mm.
And then you meet my team, the working level, who does the implementations with you
Mm-mm.
thrice a week.
Na.
So, sobrang simple niya.
Oo.
Diba? Kasi we understand, ang differentiator, hindi yung tech eh.
Oo.
The differentiator is the hours we will put in together, our expertise. Kakamit ko yung alam ko dun sa alam mo as the client. Mas alam mo yung industry mo, mas alam mo yung product mo, mas alam mo yung capability mo. Kukombine natin yung alam natin. Magbubuno tayo once a month, twice a month, or thrice a month.
Yeah.
Yun lang. Sobrang simple.
Oh, I can fully relate. Ganyan din kami as fractional CFO. So, I sit either on a weekly basis, once a month basis, twice a month basis, minsan on a quarterly basis, depende. Depende dun sa need ng ano. Kasi I think that's also the reason why a lot of particularly in the services industry, no, marami na nag-i-scale. A lot of especially those companies that are belonging to the service industry. Before the challenge is always how can you scale yourself, because we only have 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Diba? But because of these kinds of technology, you can do it na, no?
Yes.
So you can serve a lot of clients, as you mentioned nga, because merong complementary on the systems and
The
technology,
tactics, yeah.
the tactics, and AI definitely can really help a lot. In fact, I don't know if you have seen, no, parang last month or a couple months ago, Y Combinator had this request for startups, yung mga may AI, parang service, parang AI for service businesses. No, I reposted that on LinkedIn, no,
So,
and also Iterative. I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, I also saw them that they're also having some parang calls, no, for applications for these kinds of businesses. So baka gusto mo mag-apply doon. Ako, pinag-isipan ko pa. But yeah, so there's that ano na before. Just to share with you, when I started One CFO, nobody actually, well, not nobody, but very few actually believe on what I was evangelizing almost 3 years ago.
Yes.
That because of AI, you can scale. So there's some, of course, prospect investors who hindi pa ganun ka taas yung conviction on that ano. But now, everybody's like, okay, parang ano nga parang feeling genius nga ako ngayon eh. Parang, I told you, di ba? Parang gano'n.
Eventually, they will come to you.
Oo, di ba?
And I have to thank you a lot actually, you and your team. Kasi
Talaga?
to a certain extent, ginagaya ko yung playbook ko eh. so di ba, parang, it's a really good playbook and I recognize genius and parang like I'm shamelessly, parang copying some parts of it, most parts of it maybe.
Yeah.
Pero I believe in that, na parang you can really scale services now more than ever.
Oo.
So, why not, diba? So, yeah, medyo, positioning nga, fractional C.
Yeah. For me, the future of work really is somehow fractional eh. Kasi I'm sure there will be a point in time that because of technology, I wouldn't say technology would fully replace jobs, but it will amplify and scale jobs, no? So that ako as a laborer, for example, as a headcount, I can only now focus on more strategic value adding things that hindi na yung mga repetitive labors na mga ganyan. So this should what's your take on this? Should we be worried because of this AI and technology somehow affecting our jobs, or should we be like make use of that to our advantage? What's your take on that?
Yeah, so my take on it is, to a certain extent, we've seen this already. Right? Kasi I think we're old enough to have experienced the arcing of internet and mobile, right?
Yeah.
Para we are fortunate na parang we saw that sunrise, right? And noon naman sinabi nila na, the internet will change everything and like the finance system and everything will be transformed. I got on Facebook ng 2008. My mom got on Facebook ng 2018.
Mm.
And my lola got on Facebook ng, ano na, post-COVID na, mga
Mm.
2024. Tingin ko kung di nag-COVID, baka 2028 yun. Di ba? So,
Oo.
you're looking at 10, 20-year arcs, right? So, even if, ano yung AI na yan, malaki
Oo.
yung window mo, 10, 20-year arc yan. Now, will it change things? Yes, in a 10 to 20-year arc. Do you need to be worried about today? No, you don't need to be worried about today. Diba? Kasi, it takes a long while for people to change. But
Mm.
undoubtedly, it will change things like the internet, diba?
Before, I was one of those guys na parang this thing will really take over a lot of jobs, and I've seen that happen in the first boom of the outsourcing or BPO
Yeah.
industry. So I have mga titos, titas na nawalan ng trabaho because nag-outsource yung mga companies nila. So, naawa ako. Parang walang trabaho. Nag-tricycle driver, yung iba naging garbage collector. Di, totoo to, ha?
Yes.
So, I've seen how also the advancement somehow affected on the negative side some lives, no? So, that's why, to your point, yes, technology nowadays can really help a lot of people and businesses. It's just a matter for me, siguro may partly may ano din during those times na super early pa kasi. But now a lot of us are being given a chance to learn this new technology.
Yes.
Para hindi tayo mapag-iwanan.
Yeah.
And yun.
Let me build on that, right?
Mm.
Kasi I believe na unlocking of human potential will be mind-blowing over the next 10 years,
Mm.
right? Because of AI, because of new technology, right? I believe that the productivity, high-value tasks, they're all gonna come.
Mm.
But on the flip side, syempre, I'm still pragmatic. I think income inequality will go up.
Yeah.
I really think na yun yung risk side.
Mm.
Na because now, di ba, the productivity per person can
Mm.
increase dramatically. Over the internet nga, it's already been increasing income inequality.
Mm.
So now, because of that, it's possible
Mm.
na income inequality will go up.
Okay.
Right? So siguro yun yung negative part of it. But
Oo.
like unlocking human potential, it's really gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just a matter for me is for our listeners, no. So ano yung gusto niyo saan kayo doon sa
Yes.
widening gap na yon o sa potential income inequality? Syempre ayaw niyo naman na maging dehado tayo, 'di ba? So we need to do something about it, and these kinds of podcast nga is something that we are providing so to help also guide you guys, no. So yon. Going back, Ian, sa discussion natin when it comes to growth, no, unstocking yung for purposes of growth. And you work with a lot of businesses that are ready to grow. But what do you think most are getting it wrong when they try to scale?
So I love this question. I have worked with dozens and dozens of businesses, and small businesses, big businesses, medium business, and it has nothing to do with technology.
Okay.
It's focus. Focus
Focus.
talaga. Just one focus. And I know for business owners like our
Mm-mm.
audience, it's hard. Tayo, we're entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Some would say may
May ADHD tayo eh.
yeah. It's so hard to focus, right? Because like there's always that no idea diba, that you want to start. Diba? There's always something that you want to start. But what I found is the biggest businesses
Mm-mm.
that I work with, the fastest growing business that I work with, are the most focused, number one. And in times of when our company's growth stalls or stops or plateaus, it's almost always because we need to focus more.
Mm-mm.
So, dun yung parang, oh, how can we simplify this? How can we like focus the messaging? It's really that,
Mm-mm.
right? And it's so hard. It's hard. Diba? It's
Yeah.
hard to focus.
Actually, a lot of entrepreneurs there's always that tendency for a lot of us to look for the next shiny object, no?
Yes.
And try to build something out of it.
Kaya ko to. Kaya ko
Oo,
yan.
parang
Diba?
there's an opportunity here. Sige, go tayo dyan. Parang ganyan. And then, nalulose yung focus. So, I've seen a lot na rin, without naming names, no, that they no, that the business doing well, all of a sudden, there's a new idea.
You lost focus.
So, the founder lost focus. And then, wala na. So, let's be pragmatic and let's understand and, parang aminin natin na hindi lahat tayo is Jack
Elon
Dorsey
Musk.
or Elon Musk.
That's
Di ba?
That's
That can do 3 companies.
I like what you said because when you're young
Yeah.
and maybe we have young listeners, diba?
Oh.
Parang it's so easy to think that parang I'm better than everyone and like parang I could do this, I could do that. But as I get older, I'm young pa rin naman, 36, right? Parang I'm just smart enough in some pockets of knowledge and the places that I'm good at. And for others, parang you get egg on your face and parang it doesn't work out. And
Yeah.
more and more, you want to stay away from that. Diba?
That's
so,
true.
and it's so humbling, but it's true. Diba?
Mhm.
Parang you're not as smart as you think you are.
Yeah, maraming nafo-fall trap dyan. Isa na ako noon when I was in my 20s talaga. Parang feeling ko I'm invincible, I can do anything. Nung mga time na yun, kaya kong hindi matulog ng 72
yeah.
hours. Pero ngayon, isang araw lang na mapuyat ako, wala na, hindi yan talaga kaya. So yeah, so as we get older, the more we realize, kaya may wisdom tayo,
Yeah.
no? And that's the reason why we're trying to share these learnings to other fellow entrepreneurs.
Yes. Just to hammer the point on the focus, right? Maybe you're wondering why there's a younger competitor who just launched, who's doing better than you. Maybe you're wondering why parang yung mga iba na parang less experienced than you are outcompeting you. Maybe you're wondering why some people dumber than you are parang outcompeting you. And it's probably because they're just more focused. Diba? Parang if you have 100 units of parang brain in your head, pero you put it in like 5 different buckets, kaya kang talunin nung may 30 units lang ng brain sa head nila. Pero isa lang yung ginagawa.
Yeah.
Diba? Parang matulog, magising, isa lang iniisip and isa lang finofocus, right? It's hard to listen. It's hard to say, like, honestly, but it's true, right? And I've learned and relearned it over and over again.
Yeah, wow. I like it. Super like the learnings on focus, and I've been a supporter for that. So now, Ian, we're now at this part of our podcast where we ask, let's get real question. So let's ask this. Let's get real question to Ian. So everyone's looking for the next big growth hack, but from your vantage point, what's one popular growth strategy?
Videos. Growth
Videos.
hack. Yes,
Okay.
videos. I think that Netflix has done a good job of educating the market that you could build trust and parang ano tawag dito, trust on at scale using videos, right? Pre-recorded, doesn't matter even if they're not live. I think most business pa rin in the Philippines are too traditional to go and say na, di dapat face-to-face, di ba? Iba pa rin pag kinamayan ko, etc., etc. That's true, right? But the effort to give like videos, video sales letter, like video proposals, video presentation, the cost is so low for the benefit, right? So you find sometimes the clients, the prospects don't watch it, but it's so easy to do because copy paste mo, replicate mo, right? So the leverage is so big for videos, right? And it's no surprise na you go to YouTube, like the parang richest people like Mr. Beast videos, diba? Parang,
Videos.
so yeah, I think it's applicable even for B2B. Yeah,
Even for
videos,
B2B. Okay.
videos.
Wow. So yun. So thank you so much for that, Ian. So for business owners listening right now who are feeling the weight of their businesses being stuck, no? And maybe they're doing 6-figure revenue but can't break past it. What's that one thing that they should do today to start moving forward? I mean, this can be your final words or anything that you want to share.
Yeah. For a certain stage in small businesses, sometimes they work on the things that are not the things that should get them to the next level, right? So, in fairness, maaring focused ka in the wrong thing, right? So, for example, we have this in a framework in Flow 21. It's the 6 systems framework. There's 6 systems in your business and you have to troubleshoot them one after the other kasi isa lang yung blocker mo. So, they're your cash systems, traffic systems, sales systems, onboarding systems, delivery systems, right? Retention systems, right? And sometimes, business gets stuck because they work on the wrong thing. Parang, maganda na yung sales ko, pero I still work on the sales systems ko. Diba? I still hire more salespeople. Diba? I work on my sales. And usually it's because the founder, kung saan siya comfortable, kung saan siya magaling, babakbakan at babakbakan niya yun. Diba? But sometimes, the problem is in a different system. It's someplace else.
Oo.
And sometimes business gets stuck because they're fixing the problems of the system that's not the bottleneck. So
Okay.
they're not fixing the bottleneck.
Okay.
Yun.
So basically, they need to perform root cause analysis talaga.
Yes.
Find out nasan talaga yung
Yung
totoong bottleneck.
Yes,
Oo.
and fix it. Usually, it's only one at a time, right? And that's the biggest help that we do for our clients, right? Like we help them understand what is the bottleneck of your business, identify it, and go and say, na, let's fix that.
Mm-mm.
Parang sometimes it's cash.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes they don't have a good like finance system, right?
Mm.
Like just this morning, I was in a client meeting,
Mm-mm.
and their receivables like would make you cry talaga, and parang
Talaga?
no one's asking some like tough questions around how can we improve this, di ba? Utang lang ba tayo ng utang, di ba? Parang
Mm.
gano'n. So maybe their problem is yung finance systems nila,
Mm.
di ba? And even if let's say the founder who's really good at sales,
Mm.
binabakbakan niya yung sales system nila, it won't fix the problem of the business. So the business won't grow. Diba? So it's
It
really
won't
tough.
grow, but at the same time, may cash flow issues then because stuck in AR eh.
Yes.
Yung cash nila.
So hindi na siya mag-grow, di ba?
Oo.
So yun siya, like when the business is small, you just fire on all cylinders, it will grow.
Mm-mm.
Pero at some point, you have to fix the right thing,
Mm-mm.
diba? The right system as we call it.
So Ian, if they would want to reach out to you and learn more about Flow 21s and how can you be their fractional CTO or Flow 21, how can they reach you?
Yeah, so just visit flow21.systems, www.flow21.systems. So yeah, you can also give me a WhatsApp, +6391732970025.
Binigay talaga eh, no?
Yeah.
Expect na dadagsain ka ngayon ng mga queries. Ayun. So Ian, that's a very powerful takeaway and I really like our conversation. I learned a lot, to be honest. At marami na reinforce then na learnings or parang principles of doing business the modern way. Especially with using technology, how it complements really with what we are providing in terms of the manpower input, no. So yeah, and that's exactly the kind of real talk that our listeners need to hear. So we've covered so much ground today, and from your personal journey to those game-changing strategies, every piece of advice has been invaluable. So mga kakwentuhan, sana marami po kayong natutunan at napulot na aral sa episode po natin na to on how to make your business work smarter, how to get unstuck, no? So you can move your business to the next level. So maraming salamat ulit mga kakwentuhan, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode, and join us again next time for more real stories, real solutions, and real growth. Hanggang sa susunod na kwentuhan. Peace.